tell me it's not alcohol.
I lost it. Sorry, George.
At 38 years old, George decided to get back into boxing. Why? Because his best friend had lost all his money. But after 7 years away from the ring, George had packed on weight. He hadn't touched a pair of boxing gloves in all that time. Determined, George went to find his old coach, hoping to make a comeback, but the coach thought George was done for. He didn't think he could ever box again. After some convincing, the coach softened, but the first step back was going to be losing weight. So George went all in dieting, training hard. He walked with heavy carts, carried cows, chopped trees. Slowly but surely, the pounds started to drop, but losing weight was only part of the challenge. It had been 7 years since he last boxed, and George couldn't even beat a local amateur fighter. Still, he didn't quit. He kept pushing. Finally, the day came for George to step back into the ring. At 38, he stripped off his shirt, revealing his round belly. The crowd laughed, but George just smiled. His fighting style had changed. He wasn't as reckless anymore, and his coach even struggled to adjust to his calmer approach. But George told him not to worry. His punches still had that old power. When he saw his opponent was getting tired, he even told the ref to stop the fight. The old, fierce George had disappeared. He just softened a bit over the years. After that, George went on a 23-match winning streak, and soon, he was challenging for the title again. By then, the champion had changed several times, but George went the full 12 rounds with him, and in the end, lost by just a few points. At this point, George was 42. The champion was still in his prime, but George had earned everyone's respect. The entire bank staff clapped for him, and his debts were all cleared. George had saved enough for the rest of his life. But instead of retiring, he didn't give up boxing. 3 years later, he challenged the new champion,